Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to our second lecture in our course Writing 1. In the previous lecture we discussed the punctuation marks, and today we're going to complete other types of punctuation marks in addition to spelling. As we know, these are important elements for having good writing. Apostrophe. As for the apostrophe, there are rules and functions. Let's see these rules. How to use the apostrophe. We use the apostrophe with contractions. The apostrophe is always placed at the spot where one or more letters have been removed. Look at these examples now. When we say don't, this is the short form abbreviation contraction of do not. Do not. Look at do not here. The letter O is removed, and instead of it, we add apostrophe and we join the two words in one word. Isn't, it is a contraction of is not. You're a contraction of you are. She's a contraction form of she is. We also use the apostrophe to show possession. Place the apostrophe before the s to show a singular possession. Look here at these examples. When I say one boy's hat, it means one boy, singular. We put boy apostrophe s. One child's hat. Again, it is a singular. We have apostrophe after child and the s. Names ending in s or an s sound are always required to have the second s added. I mean here, if you have a name ending with the letter s, add another s. Add apostrophe and another s. Look here, Mr. Jones's golf clubs. Here is Mr. Jones ends with s, and we added apostrophe s. The same is with Mrs. Lee's. Lee's ends with s. We added also apostrophe s. Number 3, use the apostrophe where the noun that should follow is implied. Implied means not appearing after the possessive, the apostrophe. Look here. For this example, this was his father's, not his jacket. I mean here, this was his father's jacket. Jacket is implied, not written here. We can understand it just when we read the sentence here. At the end it is written, but it is implied, not clearly stated after the word fathers. This was his father's, not his jacket. We have apostrophe s, and jacket is implied, not put here. To show plural possession, make the noun plural first, then immediately use the apostrophe. If we have a plural, or if we have a noun and we want to make it a plural and add possession for it, the first step is to make it a plural. Then you can add the apostrophe s. We have two types of plural forms, as we see here. When I say two boys' hats, two boys, boys is the plural of boy. Then we put the apostrophe after s. No need to add another s here. We add another s only for the names, for the proper names. Two boys' hats, two women's hats. Look at women's here. This is an irregular plural of the word woman. Woman, the plural is woman, and we add the apostrophe s because it doesn't have s form in plural like the word boys. Another example here, two actresses, the plural of actress. So we put the apostrophe after the s. Two actresses' hats, two children's hats. Here we have a children, plural of a child, and it doesn't end with s when we make it a plural, so we put apostrophe s. With a singular compound noun, show possession with apostrophe s at the end of the word. This means if you have a compound noun, you can add the apostrophe s for the last word of that compound. Look here at the example. My mother-in-law's hat. The compound is mother-in-law, and we add the apostrophe s for the last word of the compound, that is for law. Use the apostrophe and s after the second name only if it if two people possess the same item. Look at the example to make this clear. Sarah's and Amna's job contracts will be renewed next year. Look here, we have Sarah and we have Amna. And Sarah and Amna have what? Job contracts. There is a job contract for Sarah and another job contract for Amna. That's why we put apostrophe s for Sarah and another apostrophe s for Amna, because they have separate ownership here. Two contracts for two different people. Now look here at this example. Sarah and Amna's book will be published. We have only apostrophe s for the second name. Why? Because Sarah and Amna share the same book. This book is for both of them, for Sarah and Amna. So we put the apostrophe s only after the second name. Here we have Sarah's and Amna's job contract. The contracts are two for two people. The book is one for two people. So when it is for the two people, we have apostrophe s for everyone. But because they have separate ownership. But here in this example, they share the book. So this indicates joint ownership, so that both of them have the same book. That's why we put the apostrophe s after the second name, not for the first name. Number 7, never use an apostrophe with possessive pronouns. Like these pronouns, we do not add apostrophe s. His, hers, its, theirs, ours, yours, whose. They already show possession, so they do not require an apostrophe. Look at the example here. When I say, this book is hers, not yours. Is hers, not yours. So this is correct. No apostrophe. Look at this example here, the second example. Sincerely yours. This is incorrect. Why? It is incorrect because we should not add apostrophe for the possessive pronoun yours. Using dash. This is another punctuation mark, the dash. Use a dash to show a sudden break of thought. When I say, for example, I think, no, I am sure that he is guilty. Here I said an idea, then I stopped saying that idea and saying some other different ideas. So this is called a sudden break of thought. I think, no, I put dash here. I'm sure, put dash here, that he is guilty. Number 2, to set off a series of items or a list of items, for example, sunshine, fresh air, good food, dash, those what I miss here. This is a series of items or a list of items. Number 3, to indicate omission. When I say May, August, we have a dash. This dash is in a place of to, the omitted to. Look at this activity now. Punctuate the following sentences, and you can use any type of all the punctuation marks which we explained before in this lecture and in the previous lecture. Look here, swimming, hunting, and fishing, those were some of the activities we enjoyed on our vacation. Number 2, he asked, where shall I put the bench? Number 3, Ruth's first job was with Wilson and Jones Company. And number 4, where are you? I asked. And number 5, so you have finally obtained a BE degree. Please now stop this video and try to answer this activity, punctuate it, and when you finish you can see your answers. Check them from the second slide here. The hyphen. The hyphen differs from the dash, and the examples will clarify that. Look here. 1. Hyphenate all compound numbers from 21 to 99. Examples: the teacher had 32 children in her classroom. 32, this is a number, it is hyphenated. 121, only 21 of the children were bilingual. Bilingual means speaking two languages. Only 21. Look, 21 is also hyphenated. So the numbers from 21 to 99 should be hyphenated. Number 2, hyphenate all spelled out fractions. For example, you need 1/3 of a cup of sugar for that recipe. 1/3, it is a fraction, كسر، عدد كسري. Number 3, when adverbs other than ly adverbs are used as compound words in front of a noun, hyphenate. When the combination of words is used after the noun, do not hyphenate. This example will clarify that idea. Look, when I say the well-known actress accepted her award, where is the noun in this sentence? Yes, good. Actress is the noun. And it is preceded by a compound. This compound is hyphenated because it precedes the noun. It comes before it. In the second example, when I say the actress who accepted her award was well known, the noun comes here and the compound comes at the end of the sentence after the actress, not before it. So it is not hyphenated. The second example, he got a much needed haircut yesterday. Look at the noun haircut. It is preceded by much needed, so it is hyphenated. Here, his haircut was much needed. The noun is haircut. It is not preceded with a compound. The compound came later here at the end of the sentence, so it is not hyphenated. Number 4, hyphenate prefixes when they come before proper nouns. This is a prefix and this is a proper noun. They are hyphenated with a hyphen. Un-American, it means not American. Number 5, hyphenate prefixes ending in an A or I only when the root word begins with the same letters. For example, I have ultra. This is a prefix, ends with A. And I have here the root ambitious, begins with A. A and A, we should hyphenate. Semi-invalid, look at semi, ends with I. Invalid begins with I. So we separate these two I's by a hyphen. Number 6, hyphenate all words beginning with self except for selfish and selfless. The words that have self are hyphenated, except selfish and selfless. Self-assured, self-respect, self-addressed, they are hyphenated. Use a hyphen with the prefix X. When I say his ex-wife, sued for non-support. Use the hyphen with the prefix re only when the re means again. If re means again, we put a hyphen. And omitting the hyphen would cause confusion with another word. We put the hyphen in order to stop the confusion with other words. Look at this example. Will she recover from her illness? Recover means يشفى. This does not mean again. It is a part of the word, does not mean again. It has a different meaning. Look here, I have recovered the sofa twice. It means I have covered sofa 2 times, covered it. So here, recovered means again. I covered it once and again another time. So when it means again, it should be hyphenated from the word or from the verb that it follows. In this example, re does mean again, and omitting the hyphen would have caused confusion with another word, the word that is said in the first example. Capitalization means using the capital letter. Capitalize the beginning of sentences. Every word in the first sentence should be capitalized. The pronoun I should be capitalized whether it is at the beginning of the sentence, in the middle, or at the end. Proper nouns, nationalities, religions, languages, titles of written work like books, articles, magazines, names of geographical places, streets, squares, parks, etc. Here are some examples. John is a proper name. China, name of country. Chinese, nationality. Islam, a religion. Dr. Wilson, it is a title for a person, proper noun. Mount Everest, it is a geographical place. The Times, the name of a newspaper. Gone with the Winds, the title of a book. Capitalize days, months, festivals, abbreviations, and interjections when used alone. Look at these examples. Sunday, when it is used alone, it is always capital letter, the days of the week. March, the months of the year. Al-Adha, this is a festival. Easter. PE is abbreviation of physical education. We took the words, the first letter of physical and the first letter of education. Oh, ouch, these are interjections. Interjections. These are interjections, okay? So we capitalize the first letter of these words. Do not capitalize the following unless they begin a sentence. The following words should not be capitalized if they are not beginning at the beginning of the sentence. The seasons of the year, centuries, jobs, abbreviations like, for example, that is, school subjects, family relationships when used with a possessive pronoun. Look here, summer, it is not capitalized unless the sentence begins with it. 19th century. But the 19th century, here it is capitalized when we add the. Lawyer, professor. But Professor James when it is followed by a name, a proper name. Physics, it is a subject and not capitalized. My uncle with a possessive pronoun, not capitalized. Activity 2. Punctuate the following sentences. Mount Everest is the highest in the world. It lies in the Himalaya range in the Tibet Heights. And number 2, Shakespeare wrote King Lear. Last week I read an article about this play in the Newsweek. Number 3, the Sunday Mirror is a famous British newspaper with a highly respectable circulation. 4, Columbus was a Portuguese who served the interests of Isabella, Queen of Spain, who conquered the Arabs and expelled them from Andalusia in 1492. I want you now to stop the video, please, and to try to punctuate these 4 sentences at the punctuation marks, then check your answers from the next slide. Here are the answers. You can check them, the capital letters as you see here. Now we finished the punctuation marks and we will discuss together another topic, that is the spelling. Spelling is also a very important element of our good writing. To have good writing, you have to use punctuation marks correctly and you have also to write with correct spelling. Why should you learn spellings? Why? You know, English spellings can be confusing, especially for the non-native speakers, as you are non-native speakers. That's why it is difficult for us to learn the spelling of this foreign language, and also for the writers. In the following slide presentations, you will find some rules to help you. There are rules for writing certain words. However, there are exceptions. Always we have rules and always we have exceptions to these rules. And the following rules will be helpful for you in order to write the words correctly. Let's define the word spelling. What do we mean by spelling? Spelling is the process of representing language by means of a writing system. Spelling is the written form of one or more words with letters. It attempts to transcribe the sounds of the language into alphabetic letters. So it transcribes the sounds to be alphabetic letters, and instead of sounds we write alphabetic letters. Terms related to spelling. Now we have some terms related to spelling, and it is good to understand what we mean of these terms. Look here, phonology related to words sound. Morphology or morphemes are related to the words, how they are constructed from meaningful elements. These elements could be bound morphemes or free morphemes. Homonyms. Homonyms are words that sound similar but have different meanings and spellings. Homophone, it is a type of homonym that is pronounced the same as another word. We have two words with the same pronunciation. The words may have spelled differently, may have different spelling, different written form, or sometimes have the same, as we will see in the example. Contraction, a word or a phrase that has been shortened by leaving out some of the letters, is called a contraction. Some letters are omitted, removed, so it is called a contraction. Some words have similarities in sound or form, but they have different pronunciation, meaning, and spellings. Like when we say affect and effect, they have only one sound. They are different only in one sound, a. Accept, except, the same. Fill, fail. Marry, marry, marry. Very, very. Then, whether. These are called, some of these words are pronounced the same. Other words have different pronunciation and different spelling. And also, all of them have different meaning. They are not the same. The meaning differs. Let's discuss together the homonyms and have some examples. Homonyms are two words that are spelled the same and sound the same, but have different meanings. When I say, for example, bark here and bark here, they differ. This is bark of the tree is outlier, but this is the bark of the dog, the sound of the dog. So we have two words, bark and bark, the same spelling but different in meaning. The word homonym comes from the prefix homo. Homo means the same, and the suffix nym means name. Therefore, a homonym is a word that has the same name as another word, meaning that the two words look and sound exactly alike, the same word. As we said here, bark and bark, and we have also address. Address means to speak to, and address means location. Kind means type, or kind means caring. Lie means to recline or to tell a falsehood. Homophone, from the word phone, this means that it is related to what? It is a word or type of homonym that is pronounced the same. So it is related to sound. Pronounced the same, that means it is related to sound as another word. The words may be spelled differently or the same. So they have the same pronunciation, but they may differ in spelling or have the same spelling. Look here, fool, odor, and fool, bird. And we have rose, flower, and we have rose, the past of rise, past tense of the verb rise. Here they have the same pronunciation with different spelling. Here they have the same pronunciation and the same spelling. Here have different meaning and here have different meaning. Contraction. Contraction, an apostrophe is used to show that the letters have been omitted or removed. Like when we say won't, the contraction of will not. Like o'clock here means of the clock. Like also can't, couldn't, won't, wouldn't, shan't, shall not, shouldn't, mightn't, mustn't. Now, this is your homework. What is the difference between homophones, homographs, and homonyms? I want you to clarify, tell me the differences between these three terms, the homophones, the homographs, the homonyms, with examples. Clarify your answers with many examples. I want at least 5 examples for each item. 5 examples for homophones, for homographs, 5 examples, and for homonyms, 5 examples. You can Google and find the answer. Google means you can research for your answers on Google. And thank you so much for listening. See you. Goodbye.